The journey of reflection. Who will accompany you when old age knocks? In every life journey, we go through different stages where joys, sorrows, and profound lessons intertwine. Youth is often associated with burning desires, chasing fame, accumulating wealth, and conquering success. These are the years we live with all our might, unafraid of challenges or failures. However, as we step into the latter half of life, our hearts begin to yearn for something different. At this stage, instead of pursuing superficial things, we seek peace, love, and genuine connections. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, when all the glitz and glamour of youth fade away, who will be there for you? Who will bring warmth, encouragement, and strength in your later years? More importantly, who will silently drain your energy and joy, whether intentionally or unintentionally? This is a question that not everyone dares to confront, but it holds the key to finding happiness as old age approaches. When health and mental well-being are priceless assets at 65 and beyond, health and mental well-being are no longer taken for granted. They become your most valuable assets to preserve. Throughout life, we often spend the majority of our time caring for and sacrificing for others, family, friends, colleagues. But when you reach this phase, it's time to put yourself first. This isn't selfishness. It's a necessity for fully enjoying the years you have left. One of the most crucial decisions you'll make is choosing who you allow to remain in your life. Remember, not everyone adds value to your life. Some people are sources of positive energy, helping you stay happy and healthy. But others, whether knowingly or not, become the reason you feel exhausted, disheartened, or even emotionally wounded. Why choosing the right companions matters. Imagine your life as a garden. Everyone who enters it is like a plant. Some people are vibrant flowers, bringing joy and beauty, but others are weeds, slowly overtaking and draining the nutrients, leaving your garden dry and barren. In old age, you no longer have the time or energy to heal the damages they cause. Therefore, filtering your relationships is not only essential for maintaining peace, but also a way to protect your mental and physical health. It's not easy to view relationships this way, especially when it involves family, longtime friends, or people you once deeply cared for. Yet, sometimes, genuine love lies in the courage to let go. Because only by keeping those who truly respect and cherish you in your life can you live fully and happily. How to identify toxic relationships? One of the biggest challenges of aging is facing the reality that not all relationships are worth keeping. There are people who always make you feel inadequate, constantly criticize and judge you no matter how much effort you put in. There are also those who carry negative energy, making you feel drained every time you're around them. And some relationships exist where you are simply being exploited for your finances, time, or emotions. So how can you protect yourself from such relationships without feeling guilty? The answer lies in recognizing your self-worth and prioritizing your mental well-being above all else. Remember, keeping a distance doesn't mean you don't care. It's simply a way of protecting yourself from further harm. 5 types of people to avoid today. We'll explore 5 types of people you need to avoid, no matter how close they may be. These lessons will not only help you safeguard your peace, but also offer you the chance to fully enjoy old age with contentment and happiness. Each type of person in this list serves as a reminder that sometimes happiness doesn't come from having more, but from letting go at the right time. Let's embark on this journey of exploration and cleansing, for you deserve a life filled with meaning, peace, and joy. 1. Manipulative people, the thieves of your peace. Manipulative people often appear in your life with an outward facade of kindness and affection, but in reality, they are merely exploiting you to achieve their personal goals. As you grow older, what you need most is peace and the time to enjoy life. However, the presence of manipulative individuals can easily disrupt that tranquility. They begin with small requests, making you think you're just helping a little. Yet, those requests don't stop. Gradually, they become burdens, forcing you to sacrifice your time, energy, and even personal comfort to meet their demands. Manipulation isn't just about asking for help. It's also about how they make you feel guilty for saying no. You might hear phrases like, "I don't know what I'd do without you," or "You've helped me before. How can you refuse now?" These words creep into your mind, making you feel obligated to keep assisting them, even when it exhausts you. They make you believe that refusing is selfish when, in reality, it is your legitimate right. The presence of manipulative people doesn't just take away your time and energy, but also drains your mental well-being. You might feel trapped in your own life, constantly having to cater to their needs. They continuously drag you into the whirlwind of their personal issues, financial, emotional, or responsibilities they should handle themselves. Over time, this causes you to forget your own needs and desires. To protect yourself from manipulative individuals, the first step is recognizing them. These people frequently request help without considering your feelings. They only appear when they have problems and disappear once everything is resolved. They bring neither support nor joy to your life, leaving you feeling exhausted and disheartened. Once you identify these signs, it's essential to establish clear boundaries. Saying no isn't selfish, it's a way to protect yourself from negative relationships. When faced with manipulative demands, remain calm and explain why you cannot help. A gentle but firm refusal can preserve your peace without harming the other person. For instance, you can say, "I understand you're having a hard time, but I also need to take care of myself. I hope you understand." Remember, you don't need to over-explain or feel guilty about declining. Your time and energy are precious, and you deserve to spend them on things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Walking away from manipulative individuals isn't easy, especially when they are close to you or have been part of your life for a long time. However, this is a crucial step toward reclaiming freedom and peace in your life. Don't let negative relationships prevent you from enjoying the valuable time you have left. Be brave enough to let go of those who don't add value to your life, making room for better things to enter. 2. Selfish people. When everything revolves around them, selfish people always put themselves first, making every relationship revolve around their needs and stories. When talking to them, you often feel ignored because your stories are quickly interrupted or brushed aside. They rarely pay attention to the emotions of others, and every conversation seems like an opportunity for them to talk about themselves. This creates an imbalance in the relationship, making you feel unappreciated. Selfishness may not be a deliberate act of harm, but their lack of concern leaves a negative impact. When you share important stories or feelings, they don't listen, but instead wait for a chance to steer the conversation back to themselves. This makes you feel invisible, as if your voice holds no value. Over time, the frustration builds up, damaging your mental well-being and eroding trust in the relationship. Selfish individuals often fail to recognize the impact of their behavior. They take focusing on themselves for granted and rarely realize they are making others feel neglected. This makes communication with them challenging, especially when you hope for understanding or a sincere response. Such relationships can leave you emotionally drained, as you are always the one listening, but never receiving the same level of attention in return. Dealing with selfish people requires setting clear boundaries. You have the right to ask to be heard and valued in every conversation. When they interrupt or disregard you, calmly but firmly remind them, "I'd like to finish my story before we move on to another topic." Those who truly care about you will listen and adjust their behavior. However, if they fail to change after repeated reminders, it's time to reevaluate the worth of the relationship. Your time and energy should be spent on people who bring comfort and joy, not those who consistently make you feel unimportant. In later years, peace and meaningful connections become more important than ever. Don't hesitate to let go of negative relationships to create space for those who genuinely love and appreciate you to enter your life. Someone else's selfishness is not something you have to endure. Protect your voice and your worth, because you deserve respect and sincere love. 3. The critic. Critics often appear in life with seemingly harmless comments, but they can have a significant impact on your self-esteem. By the time you reach 65, the ups and downs of life have gifted you with countless lessons, experiences, and growth. This is the stage where you deserve to live freely, comfortably, and on your own terms. However, the presence of critical individuals can shake your confidence, making you feel insecure even about the choices you've made. Critics often target sensitive personal aspects such as your appearance, lifestyle, or even hobbies. They may make comments like, "Why don't you dress younger?" Or, "Why do you spend so much time on that hobby? It doesn't seem worthwhile." These remarks, though seemingly lighthearted or even well-meaning at first glance, can easily hurt if you're not firmly grounded. They may lead you to question yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Am I living a meaningful life? The unfortunate reality is that critics often don't realize the impact of their words. For them, pointing out others' flaws might simply be a habit or a way of imposing their perspective. But for you, these words do more than just sting. They create a sense of inadequacy and imperfection. This can lead to feelings of insecurity, a loss of confidence, and even loneliness in relationships you once trusted. At this stage in life, it's important to remember that you are not living to please others. Your life is yours alone, and you have every right to take pride in what you've accomplished and to live in the way that feels right for you. When faced with criticism, respond with calm confidence. I'm happy with what I have, and I feel fulfilled with this life. This is not only an affirmation of self-worth, but also a way to protect yourself from negative remarks. Additionally, focus on building a support circle of positive people who encourage and uplift you. These individuals respect and appreciate you, helping you feel confident in what you're doing. A simple compliment or acknowledgement from them can give you a sense of being valued, something critics rarely offer. Remember, everyone has their own journey, and no one has the right to judge the path you've chosen. If you wish to spend time pursuing hobbies, exploring new interests, or simply enjoying peace and quiet, that is entirely your decision. Don't let criticism dim the light within you. Hold on to your self-belief and focus on what brings you joy. Letting go of critical people, or at least keeping a healthy distance from them, is not selfish. It is a way to protect your mental health and inner peace. Life after 65 should be a time for you to enjoy simplicity, nurture joy, and avoid unnecessary pressures. Instead of allowing others to dictate how you should live, write the final chapter of your life in the most fulfilling and meaningful way possible. 4. The irresponsible. The invisible burden on your shoulders. Irresponsible people are those who always rely on others to solve their problems instead of facing and taking responsibility themselves. They enter your life as an invisible burden, draining your time, energy, and most importantly, your inner peace. They could be a family member, a close friend, or even a coworker. Regardless of the relationship, what they all have in common is the expectation that you will always help them, while they make little to no effort to improve their situation. Imagine a family member who repeatedly borrows money for various reasons. They might say it's due to temporary financial hardship, but you soon realize that these hardships never seem to end. You help out because of your relationship, but over time, this help becomes an obligation. Rather than showing gratitude, they take your support for granted, assuming you will always be there to fix their problems. This leaves you feeling exhausted and unfairly treated. Another example is a friend who constantly complains about their life, blaming circumstances or others, yet never reflects on their own role and their difficulties. Every time you meet, they share their struggles, seeking advice or assistance. Despite your best efforts to help, they don't change. They continue to repeat the same mistakes and blame everyone except themselves. This leaves you feeling disappointed and trapped in a one-sided relationship where you give without receiving any sense of balance. It's important to remember that helping others is a kind act, but you cannot change their lives for them. Irresponsible people rarely change unless they are forced to confront the consequences of their actions. By continually offering help, you enable their dependency and remove their motivation to solve problems on their own. Setting clear boundaries is crucial to protect yourself from the harm caused by these relationships. When they come to you with requests, instead of immediately agreeing, try to decline gently yet firmly. For instance, you could say, "I can't help you this time, but I believe you'll find a way to handle it." This approach not only allows you to say no, but also sends a message that they need to take responsibility for their own life. Remember, refusing doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're encouraging them to become more self-reliant and resilient. In addition to setting boundaries, take a moment to evaluate whether this relationship truly adds value to your life. If their presence only brings pressure, exhaustion, and imbalance, it might be time to maintain some distance. Your time and energy are precious, and you deserve to spend them on things that bring joy and meaning. Life after 65 should be a time of peace and comfort, not one where you carry responsibilities that aren't yours to bear. Letting go of irresponsible individuals isn't selfish. It's a way to protect your mental health and maintain inner peace. Focus on people who genuinely care for and appreciate you, and dedicate your time to activities that bring happiness. Finally, remember that you are not responsible for saving the world. Everyone has their own journey, and the best thing you can do is let them learn to take responsibility for their lives. Only then will they have a real chance to grow and change. As for you, you will gain the freedom and peace you truly deserve. 5. The ungrateful. When kindness goes unappreciated. Nothing is more heartbreaking than having your kindness overlooked or taken for granted. Throughout your life, you've poured time, love, and sacrifices into caring for and helping those around you. Yet, there are people who see it as something they're entitled to, never showing gratitude, and sometimes even complaining when you fail to meet their expectations. Their ingratitude doesn't just leave you disappointed, it diminishes the joy and meaning of giving. Ungrateful individuals often fail to recognize the value of what they receive. They focus solely on the outcome, whether it's support, love, or care, without acknowledging the effort you put in to provide it. They might be family, friends, or colleagues. Whoever they are, their indifference and lack of gratitude can make you feel as though your efforts were futile, leading to a sense of disillusionment and a loss of trust in helping others. Imagine helping a friend through a tough time. You dedicate your time, energy, and perhaps even your finances to support them through their challenges. But instead of appreciating your efforts, they barely seem to notice. There's no thank you, no gesture of acknowledgement. Worse, they might even complain that you didn't do enough or didn't help in the way they wanted. This doesn't just hurt emotionally, but leaves you questioning whether your help was worth it. Ungrateful people often make your kindness feel like a burden instead of a gift. They fail to realize that your help is voluntary, born out of love and a desire to bring positivity into their lives. Instead, they treat it as your obligation. This doesn't just leave you feeling unappreciated, it can also make you hesitant to help others in the future. It's important to remember that their ingratitude doesn't diminish your value. People who don't appreciate kindness don't take away the significance of what you've done. Your actions still hold meaning, regardless of whether others recognize it. Don't let their lack of gratitude overshadow the joy and fulfillment you find in giving. Instead, focus on those who appreciate and reciprocate your kindness. These individuals make you feel valued and create a positive cycle where both sides give and receive. They don't just say thank you, they show it through actions that demonstrate their genuine appreciation for your presence and your efforts. Learn to set boundaries to protect yourself from ungrateful individuals. If someone consistently takes without giving back, consider reducing the level of support you offer them. You don't need to cut ties entirely, but establishing limits will help you maintain emotional balance and prevent further hurt. A gentle but firm statement like, "I've done what I can, and now I need to focus on other things," can convey your message without causing unnecessary conflict. Remember, kindness is not a responsibility you must bear, but a gift you choose to give freely. Reserve that gift for those who deserve it, those who appreciate and use it to spread more love and positivity in life. By focusing on positive relationships, you'll discover that kindness is not just a sacrifice, but a source of strength and priceless joy. Your life will feel lighter and more meaningful when you direct your love and care toward the right people. Old age is a time to cherish yourself and live more meaningfully than ever before. It's a stage where you have the right to embrace tranquility, free from unnecessary stress, and unburdened by the influence of negative relationships. Reflecting on life, you'll realize that not everyone brings value to your journey. Some relationships, even with those closest to you, can cause more harm than joy. The important thing is to recognize this and muster the courage to set boundaries that protect your peace. Remember, safeguarding your inner calm is not selfish, It is an act of self-love, a precious gift you can give yourself. By saying no to unhealthy relationships, you open the door to welcome positivity and connections rooted in genuine respect and care. You absolutely deserve a life surrounded by people who genuinely care about you and want to see you happy. In this journey, saying no doesn't mean you don't care. It simply means you're choosing to prioritize your mental and emotional well-being. When you step back from relationships that no longer serve you, you'll find your time and space become far more meaningful. This newfound freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters, nurturing yourself and building healthier connections. Peace isn't something that happens naturally. It's the result of brave decisions you make to protect your well-being. Imagine your days filled with simple joys. Perhaps it's sipping tea in the morning, reading a favorite book, or taking up a class you've always wanted to try. By freeing yourself from negative relationships, you'll realize that life holds countless opportunities for exploration and growth. Those who genuinely love you will never make you feel exhausted or exploited. Instead, they will respect you, listen to you, and walk alongside you on new adventures. Believe that this change not only benefits you, but also offers those around you the chance to reevaluate the value of your relationship. By setting boundaries, you provide an opportunity for others to learn how to appreciate and treat you fairly. This lesson isn't just for you, it's also for them, helping everyone understand that all relationships require balance and respect. If you find this story helpful, join us on the Life Stories 365 channel. Here you'll discover more inspiring stories and valuable lessons about self-love, protecting yourself, and enjoying life to the fullest. Don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment so we can build a positive community together, where every story, no matter how small, can become a powerful source of inspiration for others. Finally, always remember that you deserve a happy life. Treasure every moment, because each day is a precious gift. Don't hesitate to make the necessary changes to protect your peace and enjoy life on your own terms. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a journey you create for yourself, step by step, every single day.